Hey guys, this is Benita. I'm coming on here to really speak out about the racism that's going on, about the mass incarceration that's going on, the modern day slavery that's going on. Many of you know that I have, for like 8 months or so, been trying to get my cousin released from prison. He's there under false imprisonment, and I've spent 8 months working on this, and we're slowly but surely getting there. And because I am an educated professional black woman, this is what I've chosen to do things professionally, trying to talk to the Department of Justice, trying to talk to the FBI, be it FBI Augusta, FBI Atlanta, trying to talk to the Attorney's General Office. I have made phone calls and tried to do a social media campaign, and thank you to all my clients who have been helpful to me in the past, present, now. Your support has been invaluable. Thank you to my friends, my associates. You all continue to support and help me with the Exonerate Michael campaign. As you all know, I am a native of the Aiken, South Carolina area, and it makes me so uncomfortable now to know how dangerous and corrupt the neighboring area of Augusta, Georgia is. And I want to be, very careful, because I still have family and friends there, and everything that I do, I'm doing from a distance because I really don't trust the Augusta, Georgia area, which is very sad. So, to give you a little bit more of my background, I have worked for both Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies, such as Eni, DuPont. I've worked for Westinghouse. I've worked for IBM, Carolinas Healthcare System. Even before Bank of America, there was NCMB and Encina Sovereign that merged. I helped with that merger on that team. So I've worked with white people, black people, Indian people, German people. I've worked in New York at IBM Watson Research. So I've worked with international people, just diverse people, black, white, men, women, whatever the race, whatever, be it woman or man. I've worked with them. My degree, I graduated from high school with honors, predominantly white high school. I graduated from college, predominantly white college, cum laude. So I have a corporate background. My parents installed education and respect in us, and we use it. And I have learned to conform. I have learned to adapt. I've done all of those things. Now, my cousin that's in prison, his path is a little bit different, but his Christian values, which is Jehovah's Witness, was installed into him. He has been very intelligent. Sometimes you get involved with the wrong crowd and things go, you take a different path. But he has adapted ever since I've been working with him for 8 months. He's adapted, and I've helped him to understand what happened with his case. And it was an injustice that was done. And he had been trying to tell people for 8 years, or 9 years now, that he is innocent. Now, he does have a burglary background, which that is what he was guilty of. But to have charges of rape and kidnapping stacked against him, he has no history of that. His family knows him, and that's not his thing, and there's no proof. My original video in February, of this past year, 2016. I did not have the sentencing transcript. I just was going over all the case details. I could not find any justification of how rape and kidnapping even got past the grand jury. So I'm just letting you know that I see no proof, and I'm 8 months into working on this case, and I am getting somewhere, by the way. But, you know, sometimes you have to take things in stride and make sure everything is what it is. But if someone could show me where he was guilty of rape and kidnapping, I would not be still working on this case for 8 months. But we have an online petition. Exonerate Michael, hashtag Exonerate Michael is a part of that petition. It's on change.org. If you want to sign and support, the family appreciates it. I would appreciate it. My clients appreciate it. I am self-employed as a hairdresser. I still produce. I produce public access television shows. I have been trained to produce. That's what I do. I respect customer service. I'm a leader. I'm a follower. I am hopefully the American citizen that you can appreciate as your next door neighbor. So, so the first thing was by me coming on here is to gain support for Exonerate Michael. It's hashtag Exonerate Michael campaign. Help me out with that. Help me to get him released from Georgia prison or from Georgia false imprisonment. The second thing has to do with the killing. So you got mass incarceration. That's getting out of hand. People getting railroaded for charges they did not do. It's not fair. It's injustice. And the Department of Corrections, is not correcting anything. I shouldn't even have to go through everything I've been going through just to get a case heard. If someone's trying to the best of their abilities to tell you they didn't do it, and they've been doing that for 8 years, and you cannot look at the case objectively enough with a law degree to actually say, oh, I see what you're saying. I don't have a law degree, but I do have other degrees, and I can read through all the crap and see all the prosecutorial misconduct, and I've been calling people out on it, and I'm waiting for the FBI to look into this and finish and just give me a report. I'm waiting for the Attorney General to show me how my cousin's guilty. So I'm not going to rehash what I've just said, but as far as the other killings, the Alton Sterling killing was recent, and then there's a Philando, I'm not going to butcher the name, but there's people who are getting killed without any justification. The police are being judge, jury, and they're not asking questions up front. Other countries know better how to handle whether it's mental health or just international diversity. They know how to handle that, and that needs to be taught and trained. If I'm able to adapt, then you should be able to adapt. So one of the other things, I put on this wig because I wanted people to see how we as black people have to adjust and adapt to a white society. And part of this demo, I wanted to take this wig off so that you can see at the end of the day, I'm still a black woman. And yeah, now I wear locks. They're called sister locks. And I still am black at the end of the day, so I can adapt and work with people. And I'm just asking for police officers, law enforcement, people in offices, elected offices, appointed offices. I want people to learn how to adapt to the diversity in America. Whether I have on straight hair or whether I'm being native. This is my hair that I was born with. I was laid off just because I decided to wear my hair, and of course my manager didn't appreciate that. These don't start off as pretty as they are now, but it's still my hair. So that's it. I just ask for friends, family, support my efforts for getting my cousin, my first cousin, released from prison, and for people to be more sensitive to human beings. We should have more rights than dogs and cats. We should have more respect for human life. If you don't, you're going to cause more terrorists. What's happening is terrorism against blacks. You wonder why people are willing to die. They're getting tired, and this election is coming up. People are getting tired. We have to be more open and understanding to human life, regardless of race or gender, or I'm not even going to get into any of the other areas. That's going to be a whole nother story. But people who are highly religious, I've run into that, and it's a lot going on out there that if you're stuck in your house, in your garage, in your private car, you have no idea what's going on out there in the streets. And just if you even take any type of public transportation, you will get the heartbeat of the community, and you will be able to better understand what's going on in the world. And the social media, the violence has probably been happening the whole time, but now that we have social media, we can see it. And the people who are stuck in prison, they were probably already seeing it, and now we're seeing what they're seeing. So we need to not be judgmental of our brothers and sisters that are incarcerated. We need to make sure that their charges are their charges, and that if we can help them get out and help them to survive and to not have to go back into that system, we need to do that. We need to be more understanding. The only difference between those of us not in prison and those that are is probably that they got caught. Everybody's done something, I think, whether you took a piece of penny candy or a paper clip from work. Someone's taken something that didn't belong to them. And Christopher Columbus, that's what war is about, is taking and stealing. That's what war, people want what they don't have. That seems to be a part of making a dollar and the American dream. So the whole stealing aspect, that's just part of life. And D'Souza has a movie, Hillary's America, that's coming out this month. Cannot wait to see it. I want to hear what he has to say. He did Obama's America. That was awesome. I'm just open to ideas, and I respect all of my friends, all those people who have made me who I am. And I am who I am because of you, because of that diversity. So I appreciate you. Now I'm just asking everybody to be open-minded, and let's support diversity. Let's respect each other. Let's respect human life, regardless of how kinky or straight their hair is, regardless their skin color, whether it's light, dark, or whatever. Just respect human life. Mental illness or not, respect human life. Have a great day.